Hello, welcome back to episode 34 of our Let's Play Survival series here in our Minecraft universe. And last episode, I asked you guys for some project of the day ideas. Leave them down in the comments with hashtag POTD, and we'd throw them in the projectinator over there and have it spit out what our next project was going to be. Now, I received a couple of those, but the very first one that came up, I immediately saw that and I thought, yes, absolutely. That is a great idea, and it is way overdue of a project. So I figure we received a couple ideas, which is great. Keep commenting those ideas in. We're going to add them to the machine. And once we get a few more added in there, then we're going to have it spit out an idea and see what comes out. And we will work on that project, that episode. But for today, I want to finish up the Sugarcane Farm. Now, finish the Sugarcane Farm was the suggestion. And they are absolutely correct. This thing was built, I want to say, episode 2 or 3 of the series. Now, that's a long time ago. We're in episode 34, so that was 30 episodes ago, nearly 2 months ago. So, this has not got a building around it, and it has just been slowly churning away, pumping out sugarcane like crazy. But it needs some cleaning up. It's starting to stick out a bit within our world here. So I think today we're going to finish it. That's right, we're going to finish this. And not only that, but we're going to throw a pumpkin farm up on top of it. Pumpkin and melons, because that's what I want to do. In my last world, I had a setup very similar to this, and above it, I put the pumpkin and melon farms, and then built up a giant, kind of like a house type industrial, it turned out really, really well. And I kind of sort of want to replicate that here because I really, really liked that building. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to build a building around this, and we're going to build a pumpkin and melon farm to go inside of it. So, first things first, I need to do a bit of mining. Not for any kind of precious resource or anything like that, because we're actually doing just fine with those. But I am very, very low on cobblestone because I've been using my silk touch pick for everything, and that just gives you stone, and I'm slowly running out of cobble, and I'm going to need some cobble in this build. So I want to do a real quick mining session and collect up some of that along with whatever else we can find, and then when we get done with that, we're going to get started on that building. While we're down here mining cobble, I just want to take a few moments to say a massive thank you to everybody who supported the last video. I don't know what happened, but just that thing basically exploded. I mean, it is the most watched video on the entire channel, and that is huge. That is awesome. So awesome. It's very motivational to keep making videos, to keep doing what I'm doing. It's great to see, and I just wanted to say thank you very much. Not only that, but our subscriber count basically doubled overnight. That was probably the biggest surprise for me out of everything. I mean, for somebody to watch my videos and think, yeah, I could watch more of this, and click the subscribe button that's just unbelievable. So thank you so much to all you who have just joined the channel. I hope you enjoy the videos and continue to enjoy the videos. And if you aren't subscribed yet, you might consider subscribing. I mean, I have a lot coming out, a lot going on, and we're just going to grow from here. So thank you so very much for all the support. With that said, I also want to mention that I do have a Twitter, and I've kind of preliminarily set up a Discord, and both those links are in the description. I don't really know too much about what Discord is about. Now, I'm one of those guys that is always late to the party when it comes to trends and tech and that sort of thing. I mean, I waited probably 5-6 years before I bought my first CD because I swore they weren't ever going to take off. So that gives you kind of an idea on that front. But I'm a quick learner, so I'm going to mess around with it a little bit more. I think I have it set up just enough to you guys can join, start chatting. You can reach out to me if you have any questions or like that, you want to speak to me. you can get me on there, or you can get me on Twitter. So yeah, thank you guys so very much for all the support, for doing what you do, for sticking around, and here's to many more subscribers. So with that, I think we're going to pop back in and see what we've managed to collect. And at the end of about 30 minutes worth of mining, we only ended up with this much of the good stuff. Only 12 diamonds, found 1 pocket of diamonds, but you know what? It's not that big of a deal. I mean, with netherite out there and everything like that, these are basically just trash. I don't even want these anymore. Those are gross. Get them out of my face. Just kidding. I need those. We're going to put those back. Okay, just kidding. Now, I did get nearly a full shulker box of cobble, which is good, and some other little random bits of bobs. So it wasn't the greatest mining session in the world, but you know, we were just after cobblestone, which we ended up getting. So we're just going to throw these in here. I'm going to finish up putting all the stuff away, and then I'll meet you over there at the farm with some supplies. And we're back over here at the Sugarcane Farm, and as usual, I've got my shulker boxes of just kind of random supplies. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have a solid build plan yet, because I just never really have one of those before I start going. I just kind of let the mood and the inspiration take me. But probably, I think you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk for a little while, so why don't we just get on with it? And that gets us the lower part of the build finished. So now the Sugarcane Farm has an actual building around it. Now the floor in here still needs to be kind of, you know, put together. I haven't messed with the floor too much because honestly this is kind of a facade around an industrial build. So I'm not too fussed about the interior here, to be honest. I just need this to continue making sugarcane. Next thing I need to do is I need to extend the collection chests. I want to extend the collection chest out to the outside of the build, so I don't have to really go in there for too much. So they'll just poke out under here so I can access them. But for now, what we need to do is up here, you can see there's got the pumpkin and melon farm kind of spaced evenly out here. And now this isn't going to be like a super mega efficient design or like that. This is kind of Windows 98 technology, but I do enjoy this design. It's simple, it's easy to make, and it fits in here just fine. And it's going to make enough pumpkins and melons for me to survive in my single player world here. The last time I built this, I had more pumpkins and melons than I could ever possibly trade in any length of time. So it's going to do the job just fine, and it's not going to be too overly complicated. Basically, it's just going to be a water stream down the middle here, pushing all the pumpkins into a collection system. And on either side, we'll have our pumpkins planted with every other space, with an observer behind the stem, and then a piston behind the pumpkin. So when the pumpkin grows, the observer notices fires, the piston pushes the pumpkin off, it lands in the water stream and goes on. Now it's not lossless. Occasionally you get pumpkins and melons hung up on the dirt that they're grown on. But like I said, it's plenty efficient enough for my needs. I know how to build it, which is the important thing. And it's going to fit up here just fine. So with that, I'm probably going to get started building that. And then once that's done, I'll bring you guys back in and we can build the top half of this and finish up this build. And we now have a melon and pumpkin farm put together. And as you can see, it's pretty simple circuit. I mean, all it requires is some observers, pistons, and some redstone dust. And it does the job pretty nicely. It's not lossless. Occasionally you'll get a pumpkin or a melon hung up on one of the dirt blocks that it grows on. But really, that's not such a deal breaker, because let me pop down here and I'll show you. I was AFK for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half after I finish this up, while I put my kid to bed and everything. And as we can see down here, I mean, it's pumping out a decent amount of melons and pumpkins. So that's going to be plenty productive for my needs here in this world. So all that's left to do is to purdy up the upstairs. And I have a few ideas on that. Not entirely sure if they're going to pan out, but we're going to see. So I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that is to fire up the time-lapse machine and get this thing finished up. Hit it! actually quite happy with how that turned out. I wasn't sure how it was going to end up looking. I was trying to do a bit of a nod towards that build to kind of tie the two together. And I think it did a pretty good job with that. The top half kind of mimics the look of that, and then we have the stone bricks and all that stuff on the bottom that kind of tie it into the blacksmith over there, the smelter. And yeah, I kind of like it. I'm probably going to do just a little bit more terraforming on the top, and I definitely need to do a lot of terraforming here on the bottom, and maybe even some more lighting up on the inside up there. But so far, I mean, over the course of that time lapse, we've acquired a spruce slab and a whole bunch more pumpkins and melons. So yeah, this is going to work out really well. I'm really happy with this. What do you guys think? Leave me the comments. Let me know what you think. If you hate it, let me know. If you love it, let me know. If there's something you would change, let me know. But I'm quite happy with this. And don't forget to leave your project of the day suggestions over there. I'm really happy somebody suggested this one, because this has been a long time coming. Get this done, and I am really proud of ourselves for getting this all complete, start to finish, in one episode. I think it's the first time we've managed to do that in this whole YouTube channel. So, with that, thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to leave a like. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, see you guys later. Bye-bye.